Okay guys, so we're going to talk about heel work. One of the most important things that we can teach our dog is how to walk nicely by our side. So in order to get there are a few things that we need to be able to do with our dogs first. So you might have seen from one of the previous other videos that we need to be able to get our dog into the right position. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do the same here with Roxy, is grab our treat in our hand, ready to go, and I'm going to hold it like I've shown you, so thumb and finger, like so, okay? And then we're going to let our dogs nuzzle into that, and I'm going to lure her around, and she's a medium-sized dog, so I'm going to take a little step back in order to bring her through nice and straight. So show you from this angle. If I want to take her from in front, I'm going to go back and bring her around like that, okay? We're looking for parallel legs like this, and the sweet spot is right here. This is where she's going to get all of her rewards. If your dog is a little bit nippy, if your puppy is a little bit nippy, then you could try throwing the treats on the floor. So when they're in this little sweet spot, pop the treats on the floor next to your feet. Let them snuffle them out. Takes a little bit longer this way, but it can save your fingers in the long run. Another way that you can do it to save your fingers is if you use, here we are, a wooden spoon. So with your wooden spoon, smush your treat on the end, just like you would use your hand. This is not a very good wooden spoon, never mind. And then you would have your wooden spoon as an extension of your arm. So for your small dogs and for your small little itty bitty puppies, this is great. So I've got my treat smushed onto the end like that, and then I'm going to waft it on her nose, and then take her around, bring her back in. She gets to lick it. Lovely. And then I lift it back up again, okay? So now, if I want to put some steps in after this, after I've got her round to that nice position, I'm going to hold that treat back a little bit, take a couple of steps, then she gets her reward, okay? I'm going to ditch the spoon because she's a little bit taller. And show you again from this angle. So if I want to get her round to my side, spend a minute, take a couple of steps, 1, 2, 3, and reward, okay? That's luring, so we're luring our dog into the right position. We need to be able to practice getting them into the heel position from all different angles. So practice from this angle, we're going around to heel. Lovely. From this angle, we're going around to heel. And there we go. Excellent. And then from behind, it's even easier, look. Whoosh, and to heel. Lovely. And then again, going around to heel. Yes, well done. Excellent. So she's getting the reward every time she's in that position, and if I want to take a couple of steps with it, then I do, but I reward after a couple of steps. So I get her around to heel, and then take my steps, and then reward. Same again, round to heel, take a couple of steps, then reward. If your puppy is jumping here, when you're doing this, don't worry, it's about where the treat positioning is. So if your treat is too high, your dog will jump after it. If you just lift it a little bit higher, perhaps your dog will no longer feel the need to jump, and then you can reward them for some nice steps. So when you're moving, if your dog is going jump, 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 lift it higher, see if they walk nicely for you, then reward them, okay? If you lift your treat, if you put your treat down, it will do the same thing. So treat on nose, jumping, 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 put it down, nice steps, yes, and reward, okay? So it's kind of like where your treat positioning is, but the jumping should never be rewarded. So make sure when you're working with your dog, you're looking for those nice steps before you get the treat in there. Otherwise, you're rewarding for that jumping. They're going to do it again and again and again, but instead, we want them to do the nice walking again and again and again. So make sure treat timing is quite important. So that's one way of doing it. Another way is by using some nifty bowls. You don't need bowls, but it helps. It helps for us more than the dogs. So I'm going to put one bowl here and another one here. And what I'm going to do is move between the bowls and position myself So my dog will pick the bowl first. I'll show you. So as I come up to this one, I'm going to put the bowl on my left-hand side, and then I'm going to encourage my dog to come in this side to retrieve the treat in the bowl. Okay? So, Roxy. Treat goes in the bowl. When she picks the left-hand side, that's when she gets the treat. Same again on this side. Encourage her to move to the left. Treat goes in the bowl. Bowl is on the left. Okay? Same again. Bowl on the left, dog on the left, treat comes out. Same again. Bowl on the left, dog on the left, treat comes out. Now, she's getting the hang of it, so I'm going to position myself in front of the bowl this time. If she picks the left-hand side, she gets the treat. If she doesn't, we help her out, and she gets the treat. Okay, so in front of the bowl, she picks the left, treat comes out. In front of the bowl, she picks the left, treat comes out. In front of the bowl, she picks the left, treat comes out. Okay, now I'm going to move myself across the bowl. Treat is on the right now. She's on the left, she gets the treat. Bowl on the right, she picks the left, treat comes out. Bowl on the right, she picks the left. She didn't, so I'm going to help her out. That's it. That's it. Good girl. Then treat in the bowl. Okay. Does she pick the left? Treat comes out. Now I can start giving the treat to her and phasing out the bowl. Is it? Yes, good girl. Well done. Here we go. Yes, good girl. Well done. Here we go. Now it doesn't matter where the bowl is, but it matters where I am. Yes, good girl. Over this way. Yes, good girl. We want to walk our dogs on the same side every time to make it nice and clear to them where they need to be. Yes, good girl. Because if I was swapping sides, she's not going to have established where heel actually is. Yes, good girl. So there we go. Now she's just moving with me nicely. And if I add a lead into the mix, voila, this is our good old faithful lead. I'll talk about leads and collars in a second. Off. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. Right, so leads on dog. I can do the exact same thing. So I could go to the bowls. Let's do that. Go into the bowl. She gets her treat. Wait for her to snuffle them up. And then we go to the other one. She's on the left. Nice loose lead the whole time. We're not pulling on it. She's not pulling on it. Everybody's happy to be working together. And she's raring to go. She's like, I know what's coming next. Now, I'm just going to position myself anywhere. She's on the left. She gets a treat. Yes, good girl. Well done. I'm going over here. Yes, good girl. Well done. Going over this way. What's she going to do here? Yes, good girl. Well done. Then you end up with a dog that follows you around with a nice loose lead. Doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going. That's it. Good girl.